There we go. Welcome, everyone. Good to have you with us. My name is Kim Crowther. Good to be here with you tonight. I'm going to ask you kind of for a little favor, if I could. Our workshop, I'm really wanting to do what's best for all involved. And the workshop is designed for two things. One, it is to help everyone new to like and add into the business. And so I need to cover basics each time on some things, but I also want to cover things that are new and different every time. And I'd really like to be covering things that many of you would find very helpful or interesting to you. So if you'd like, during this meeting and you have any thoughts, just go ahead and type in the chat about a subject you'd like maybe discussed in the future or something we could clarify. An example, I've thought it might be fun sometime to just show you an example of easy ways to shop in MyWorld and how to use e-vouchers easier and those kinds of things. And certainly how to get on to Likenet and understand the website better. And just kind of show you some specifics. The really good part is I've got a good glimpse into what Matt is doing, and it is going to be so helpful to go through that. He'll have answers to questions, examples, videos, explanations. He's just working really, really hard on that. We'll have it any day now. But I would also like to make sure these workshops are very interesting to you and cover things that would be helpful while I'm continuing to help our new and our beginners. So please, if you have thoughts, let me know, or just let me know directly on WhatsApp. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. So good to be here. Welcome. Good to have you with us. What we're going to cover tonight is we'll get into some different marketing ideas. Then we'll get into some specifics on why becoming a Likenet marketer, shopping point pack benefits, merchant partnerships. We'll get into the fast track today. And if we have time, and especially if Matt's able to join us, we'll get into some Q&A from when we finish our meeting today. So we'll see how that goes. If I could, I wanted to start out a little bit differently. I try to pay attention and read a lot of the comments that are made in the WhatsApp and the different concerns you have and the excitement you have and the things you like and the things you're concerned about. And one of the things I want to talk about for just a moment today as we start is, I don't know if you've noticed, but in most places where I travel in the United States, it's very common to see help wanted signs, especially in restaurants, service industry, well, almost anything. We're seeing people are looking for help. And I think what's happening is that people in America want results now. They want things fast. They want them quick. I mean, people who want to work at places that give them a good return for their time and their money or their investment of their efforts. And I think that mentality is also there when it comes to taking advantage of opportunity in all parts of life. An example where I'm going with this is people just want it now. They want it easy. And one of the comments that I've heard some people make is, well, you know, at 1%, I really only got 50 cents off of that purchase, or only got $2.50. And, you know, if you break it down and you look at one purchase, it doesn't look like much. Now, if you use the percentages, it's really good. 2.5% cash back instantly is really cool. 1% isn't bad. By the time you throw in the shopping points, we could be getting at 10 or 15% by the time we're done, which is really good. Can't find that anywhere else that I know it consistently when we add our shopping points in. But I think we need to make sure that people understand that this is a huge benefit for very little work, very little effort. This is why I'm going to go back to, I showed this a couple of workshops ago. We talked about the income that this can bring to a household, up to $1,500 cash back per year. And that can be a significant amount. And just for those of you that are new to find out where I found this, on the app, we just go in right on the main page, and down here where the three dots are, you click on it, and then you go right to the heading where it says how it works. Click on that. Then it starts talking about shopping points and how they convert to $1 USD. But then it also gets into receiving cash back and shopping points with every purchase. And that's where it becomes very interesting. It says, use your MyWorld app every time you shop, whether online or with your local partner, and get up to $1,500 cash back per year. Of course, the points are going to put that way beyond that. And so I think it's pretty fun to be able to talk about people and where it's appropriate to point out that it can be a sizable amount. And the fact that it only takes a few seconds and it's so easy to do, why not enjoy that and intrigue their interest? So, you know, make it fast, easy now, and people seem to be more interested. But where I wanted to go into tonight, a little bit different track, is if you're going down that same path, 1% doesn't sound like a lot of money to make on a marketing bonus override. And so I wanted to talk about that for just a second. So I looked up from the U.S. Bureau of Statistics and other, like this is from the Motley Fool, what the average household income is and average household expenses are in the United States. And then once I found out how much they were, I went through and I looked at what money people spend, how much of that could be purchased or spent through the MyWorld shopping program. And it's very comfortably around $1,936 a month. Easily could be paid or purchased through MyWorld, utilizing this program, fulfilling it today. So then I said, well, let's take a look at that. Let's say that we were getting cash back of 1%. Now, we obviously make a lot more than that in a lot of places, and I'm hoping this is a very conservative number. But if the average amount available to us is 1936, I thought I'd just start out at 1,000 or 1,500 a month examples to kind of use for tonight. So let's take an example. Let's say that, now remember, we get on our own as well, cash back. But let's say we have a household of someone that we've helped to become a shopper in our network, and they do 1,000, that'll be $10 to us just on marketing bonus override earnings, if you will. 1,500 would be $15. Now, that's not a lot of money, but you have to remember that comes in every month. So over time, that little bit of work we took and spent to help them to become a shopper really starts to be a huge residual return ongoing. Now, one of the things that's nice is how quickly this grows and how we continue to get that income. 20 households, you can see we're at 200, 300 a month. 50, we're at 500, 100, we're $1,000 a month income. Now that's pretty nice to have coming around a home. 1,500 if we're having people at shop at the 1,500 a month level. Now you convert that into annual, that's 12,000 a year or 18,000 a year. Now, I want to bring that up because Matt always comes back and talks about it and says the real secret is shoppers and shopping points. And I don't think, at least I didn't, when I first started to realize how fast and how much that adds up and how far that can go. So I wanted to give an example. One of the people has shared with me that they now have 53,000 people in their network organization, and they reside in 28 different countries. So if you look at that and you say, okay, 53,000 people, the average U.S. household, I just looked it up, is 2.5 people. And last time I looked, it was 4. So I'm going to use 4 because, there's some people in other countries that maybe have more in their household. But at 53,000 people, an average of 4 in a household, that would mean this person has 13,250 households already in his downline organization shopping network, if you will. Well, if you think about it, 600, this is 100 households. 600 households would have this person making over $100,000 per year just off the marketing bonus, and they qualify. Now think about that. This person, that would leave 12,650 more households, quote, already in his group. So if only 600 households are using this program, and 1,000 to 1,500 or 1,500 a month, you're looking at over $100,000 a year income just from that, not from any other part of the program. Not the career, not the shopping, everything else. That's just the shopping override we get, marketing bonus, not the points. So I looked at that and I thought, wow, you can see why people are making the money. I don't know if any of you were able to attend the worldwide conference that was held a few weeks ago. I know I had to get up. It started at 3 my time to watch it in Germany. But when I saw how many people were there, they were making, multi-million dollars per year, way over $100,000 a month. It was just amazing to see that when you see it all starts with 1% marketing bonus override. And then you realize those that are doing beyond that, it is absolutely amazing to see how fast and how much this has grown. Well, I want to make this point if I could, and we'll come back to it in the very end. But if you look at what this person has done to get these 53,000 people, he's only registered 15 shoppers in his career. Now, that is not a lot of shoppers, in my opinion, for years. And what that tells me is that we only need to do so much to get the ball rolling. It's not like we have to go out and get 55,000 balls rolling. We just need to get a certain number of balls going, and what looks like they're going to continue to take on, as history seems to be proving here. So 15 shoppers over years. Only enrolled 7 marketers. And probably those 7 are all shoppers, obviously. So it kind of shows you 7 marketers is his core team. And from there, I'm sure he's helped his marketers to build their business, but only 7. Now, we talk about in a minute, we're going to talk about a fast track plan, it's 3. And then he's helped 11 businesses to become a part of the MyWorld network over years. Now, that's not a lot. This isn't like a job where you got to go every day and spend hours and work and work and work and work. And when you're done, you only get paid for what you did. And this is something when we do, the revenue just continues to grow and come in, and residual income. So I'm trying to hoping I can get to some of you tonight to reevaluate and really look at this and realize it isn't like we have this big hurdle we have to overcome. We just get on the bucket and go a little bit and push it down a little further and then see where that takes us and where it can go. And so if we look at it like that, now when we talk about getting cash back and being a MyWorld shopper to someone, let's make sure we point out that that money really adds up, and that can be quite a bit yearly. But then it's real comfortable when we say something like, well, by the way, should you like getting cash back and you want to let others know about this app, you can do what I'm doing. You get paid every time they use the app to shop from now on. And the really cool part is there's no cost to sign up or to be paid. Now, that is not the least bit threatening. That is not pushy. That's not like trying to force something onto someone. That's information you're sharing with them. They can react any way they want. If they say not interested, say, great, just want to make sure you knew about it. Didn't want you to get mad at me someday for not telling you when this thing's killing it or whatever. But most people are going to say, well, wait a minute, what do you mean? I can get paid and I don't have to pay any money to do it? Yeah, when you show others how to get cash back with this app, every dollar that person spends. Let me an example. If they go to Amazon or Walmart or Home Depot and they buy groceries or gas or travel, eat at a restaurant, every dollar they spend in the network, you're going to earn up to 1% of whatever they spend from now on. Now, I know 1% doesn't sound like a lot, but boy, does it add up. And look how easy it is to help people to start save money and get cash back. And think about it. The average person in the program spends a little over $1,000 a month. Now, be comfortable. You don't need to sign up as a marketer to be a shopper and get cash back. So enjoy shopping, enjoy getting cash back. It's so simple and easy from now on, no cost, just makes you money and helps you get more shopping points, as you will see. But since it's free to join and free to benefit from, I thought you might want to know. So if you'd like, you can make money for doing the same thing, and that is showing other people how to get cash back and save money. It can't hurt and could be kind of fun, and then just sign them up. That's pretty much that easy. So remember, if you enroll them as a Like-A-Net marketer, it automatically enrolls them as a shopper. So it's actually an easier way to do that at one time. So anyway, I hope that's just food for thought for you tonight. A little different approach to think about this. That little 1% adds up. And when you start to see how little upfront has to be done to get a ball rolling and growing, I hope that becomes very stimulating and exciting to reach out again and get people involved with this program. Well, why become a Like-A-Net marketer? I've covered this each time. I hope you enjoy it because it is such a strong reality. Remember, people get excited for reasons that are important to them that may or may not be the same reasons that are important to you. But everybody has reasons. Everybody has goals. Everybody has dreams and wants. What do you want? What are your goals and what are your dreams? The real question is, does your goal or dream require more money or more time? I know some require better health, all kinds of things, but I think the most people, a lot of the dreams we have require more time to be free to do and enjoy, more money so we can do and enjoy, and less mental stress, which money and time usually helps. If you have that, usually you have alleviated that problem so much. And we have more money and time to help people who may need us. And so, residual income is the key. And that's why I like this. Remember, that was only $10 a month, but that's every month ongoing. Now, when another person signs on, that's double and another, and you can see how that grows so fast. Well, and here's the big question. Does what you're doing right now even make your goals and dreams a possibility to happen? If they don't, you're going to love this. And if they do, well, why not add this on top of it and do more and enjoy? And so time and effort is the key. So let's take an example. Traditionally, most people, here's what their life looks like. They get a job after getting some education or schooling oftentimes. They are paid by the hour or by the pay period. After they work and time, it's time to get paid. But typically, no matter how much they've made for that time period, they're going to have taxes withheld first, sometimes other kinds of things. And so they're then going to get their paycheck. Now, they have few to any write-offs. The money is taxed and taken out at their paycheck. And then at the end of the year, they look and see how close you came, either pay more and get some back. Well, we're in no control of our future. Typically, they could change our pay rate. They could change the hours we work. We could lose our job, company could close, they could have cutbacks, all kinds of things. Our health could go crazy, and we don't have any control over that, and we're going to lose our revenue. If things go even okay, there's a chance, of course, that we may want to retire someday, and many people want to retire, that hurts the amount of income that they have. So we want to make sure that we're not sitting there where if something happens outside of our control, we have income still coming in. We don't have to worry about that and have fear about that all the time. Well, this is where we start to look at something that I love so much about Lycanet and MyWorld, and that is residual ongoing income. And that can take care of a lot of worry and stress and fear, and it can provide a lot of time for fun and family, combination of two. So let's take a look. As a Lycanet marketer, we're what we call self-employed. We could even have classes on that about LLCs, S Corp and C Corp and Y, and in your own name, DBA, and all of those can be fine. That's a personal choice. You have to look at your situation and understand the tax benefits, pros and cons. But all I'm going to tell you this because I can't give you advice, I give just education. Self-employed provides a lot of wonderful benefits as well. Now, to give an example, one of those is you can work when you want, how you want, where you want. And because it's MyWorld, and MyWorld's all over, you can work, pretty much 56 countries and still be able to have benefits for being self-employed to do that. You can start part-time and grow to replace full-time earnings and much more. Very healthy way to do that. If you already have income, just jump in and build yourself another one and have some fun. The proof's in the pudding with this. The next one is when we make money, we get it. There's no taxes withheld. We just get the actual money that we have earned. And as you know, soon that'll be paid out daily, which is kind of fun too, not just monthly. But we also have the opportunity, because taxes are not withheld, so you can look at that half full or half empty. They're not withheld. That means we need to make sure that we are paying our taxes quarterly or appropriately or properly. But on the other hand, because we now have so many more write-offs, most people don't have to pay as much in taxes quarterly as they would be having out of their check otherwise, because at the end of the year, they're not going to owe as much in taxes if they're running a true business and have expenses associated with their business to make it successful. So a lot of benefits there that we will have a lot more write-offs. Please remember, when you're traveling, talk to people. You'll talk with your CPA. You can find out how you can write off expenses of the trip or time or travel, all kinds of things, and see the benefits that we have from that as well. Another great benefit, of course, is that we're in charge of our pay. No one else is in charge of that. We are. As we grow in our career levels, we're going to get paid more for the same amount of work we did the month before, the same amount of career points as we did before in comparison per point. Our choice is how many hours we work. And again, when this thing does residual income and grows, typically the work you did now made you this much. That same work in the future is going to make you a lot more, and you'll have much more income coming in per hour. Can't lose your job. Nobody can fire you. Company, well, I'm not really worried about it closing. We talk about that all the time. 20 years that you saw in the videos, how they've gone through rough times and how they've always come out and gone ahead. I love that. And the beauty of this, by the way, before I get too excited, is we're coming into the United States at perfect timing. They've been through the 20 years. The bugs are worked out. Matt is making things simpler and easier and faster for the U.S. market. It's like we're getting a startup in a brand new company with a solid, stable, time-tested, tried and proven company. I mean, it's pretty exciting. All right, continue on. And of course, if we get sick or hurt, we have the residual income there to fall back on. Hopefully, it'll continue to grow even if we can't work. Retire, we have that income. We can pass it on to our loved ones. We've done the work, and the money keeps having the opportunity to come into us. And we can control our income because it is commission-based. So what I love about that is we're now have the opportunity to not only make money, but residual income as well. But where does that come down to? It can provide Lifestyle, freedom, choices, and fun. It can provide income without having to be there all the time. It can provide income without having to work. It can provide residual income. Hopefully you'll be much happier and healthier. I truly believe stress relates to sickness and health, and hopefully it can help alleviate that as well and enjoy our families and our loved ones much more. So why become a Like a Net marketer? Gosh, there's a lot of reasons. It's not just money. There are a lot of them in there, but it sure helps to have that, know that part's going to help us be secure and stable. Now, we talked earlier about the income that can come from just 1% marketing bonus. But as we start to look at the other benefits that we have with the program and additional ways to make money, it's just amazing when the whole package is put together. Let's take a look at the Shopping Point Pack benefits. Now, for those of you that are new and joining us for the first time, hopefully you were able to see either on demand or see me live in the last few days doing a business info training where we talk and explain things like shopping points. And if you don't remember, quick reminder, each time we purchase something through the MyWorld program, we typically get cash back, and then we also get shopping points. And as you'll see, typically we get quite a few more shopping points as a rule of thumb per purchase than we do cash back, which means it's a very nice benefit. Well, and as you probably understand, these shopping points convert one shopping point to $1 in cash. So they become gold to us. And two ways to convert. One is by doing shopping deals, which you can do anytime you want through the merchants offering shopping deals each day, or cashback deals, I'm sorry. On the other hand, though, that is through having built your organization. As people continue to shop and we get paid, marketing override 1% on their program or their purchases, they also, by shopping, will automatically convert and redeem our shopping points to cash. So this is why we're so excited to be able to buy shopping point packs, so that as our organization grows, we're going to be able to have our shopping points that we get for free when we purchase. We're going to be able to have them converted by our team, by our network, by our shoppers. Now, please understand, this to me is a bonus. This is a good thing. This is a great opportunity. We can do this business and we can make very good money without having to ever purchase shopping point packs. Please understand that. Do not feel pressure. What you hopefully are feeling is excitement and opportunity and benefit. If it doesn't make sense for you, don't do it. If it does, be excited, jump on and make it happen. But please know that's one of the reasons I love this company is you don't have to come up with a purchase to buy in. You don't have to buy all this product. You don't have to store it in your garage. You don't have to try to sell it to other people. You just enjoy your own shopping and get your, how that goes. All right, so let's take a look. What do we love about shopping point packs? Well, let's take an example. As you remember, we can purchase a single shopping point pack for $149, and that's going to give us a minimum of 300 shopping points immediately. Now, what's nice about that is as those are converted, we basically double our money. Now, the next one is we get MSP Asia and we get career points. Now, as you remember, MSP Asia is huge, and we'll come back to that at the very end. But please remember, every time we buy a shopping point pack, we're going to get MSP Asia points. Now, we're also going to get career points, which go right to the bottom line of our pay and also our career level. When we do two shopping point packs, that's going to be $298 purchase. We get a factor of 3 times, so that's 900 shopping points back. And at that point, we're going to also get 600 MSP Asia, 150 on our career points. And this is the first time we get a merchant code, so that when we're ready and want to sign up merchants, they can actually enroll for free because we have earned or have a merchant code that we can use, and that signs them up for free. Otherwise, it would be $749 for the merchant to enroll. We actually make it so that they can enroll for free. Here's how you do it. Now, when we do 3 per month, which is the max typically we can do per month, we're going to be able to do this to a factor of 447 in, 1,800 back out. So by the time that 1,800 is converted to $1,800, and we put only 450 to get it, that is a really nice return on contribution, or premium, if you will. I absolutely love that. It's exciting. But in addition to that, we get 1,200 MSP Asia points, and we get 225 career points. Then we get 3 merchant codes. So phenomenal program. And then I think some of you know this, but if not, remember, don't have to do anything else. Same purchase per month or per pack. But if you have 3 active marketers, 3 separate underneath you, next to you, that is going to double the benefits and points from our shopping point packs. No more cost to us, just by going out and doing what we do as a business. So if that's the case, when we go back to this 149, we now get 600 shopping points instead of 300. We get 400 MSP Asia instead of 200. You can see we get 300 instead of getting 900. We get 1,800 with 2. When we get into the 3-pack, man, that gets exciting because it's still 447 in, but now it's 3,600 coming back out. It's 2,400 MSP Asia points, and it's 6 merchant codes. So now in the same month, we can sign up 6 merchants instead of 3 by simply having 3 people who are active marketers. And basically, a goal would be, especially as you see what's coming up, get yourself 3 marketers, have them make sure that they obviously as a marketer, they're a shopper, make sure that they've purchased something to become active, that they've made a purchase in our MyWorld program to help you and them as well along that path. And that could prepare you for adding your merchants on. So why do we get shopping point packs? Well, because we love them, they make us money, and because they're huge return for us and get us our merchant points or codes. Now, I do want to touch on this one again real quickly if I could, because I know this is one that people sometimes have to wrap their brain around. And I found that once you really grasp it, it's really exciting and really fun. Remember, it's not like it's either or. It's not like you can work the business either not fast track or fast track. You can do either or, but you can also do both. So just enjoy. Here we go. What does that mean? We call it the fast track program. I think it's extremely innovative. The reason I like this, and I harp on this each time, but if you knew my background and track record and what I've gone through the years and what I've seen of how many people, about 85% of people starting a new business fail over the first 5 years. And yet the people that start a business, it's either like a franchise or a business system like a franchise, meaning it's a recipe and you just duplicate it. They're turning around and they're having about the same successes. 75% succeed. So almost the same in reverse. And it's how do you put those odds in your favor? Why would we not? Well, that's where this concept comes along, because we can do it as system-wise without the fast track and hopefully do the same results as far as percentage of success goes. So please, I'm not trying to compare that's not highly successful as well. I'm just saying that here's a way to speed that up much more quickly and still have that high success rate that typically follows a successful business. Now, let's take an example. The fast track would be that we decide that each month we're going to purchase the 3 shopping point pack. Now, that means we're making an upfront out-of-pocket commitment to do $447 a month. Now, if we do the fast track properly, we will only have to pay that money out of our pocket 1 month. Now, let me just stop right here and point out, again, it is not required or necessary if you're new to do this fast track to succeed. I'm just showing you another way, a faster way. One of the things I look for in a business is if it has faster ways to get there and I can do it, I would like to have the opportunity to do it. So look at it that way. Now once we do that, this is the key. We just go find 3 other people that are willing to make the same commitment. They're going to say, yep, I'm willing to put up $447 a month to help launch my business and get this thing off the ground, which is peanuts to the real cost to start a business if you were trying to go start a bakery or something or any kind of a business. So now at that case, we can see that we will have, at the end of the first month, we would have, 4 people buying 3 shopping point packs. That would be 12 shopping point packs. That puts us at career level 1. So if that's all we did for the first month, you add in our commission and override, and look how small the 1% commission is in comparison, and we would have $176. My point being is that we know how much money that can make, the 1% bonus marketing. See how much more we're making with this program. So if we just did that bare minimum in our first month, that means the next month we would be due $447 minus the $176 out of our pocket. Now, the system suggests that we do that in the first 2 weeks, and then we help those 3 people to do the same thing in the next 2 weeks. So that means we would just find 3, and each of our 3 would find 3 people, and that's it. Now, at that point, if we find 3 and they find 3, there's no question we're not only not having to come out of our pocket anymore, but we're making profit every month from now on. In fact, if the three below us actually only between them had 4 people who made that commitment and enrolled for the Shopping Point packs, at that point, we're still no longer having to come out of our pocket to build our business. We only had to in the first month if we do the system as proposed. Because at that point, we would have enough people to have 24 Shopping Point packs purchased. That produces 1,800 career points. That means at the end of the month, we would actually be qualified at career level 2. Now, what would that mean? It means at the end of the first month, we would be actually bringing in $488, and our cost for doing business is $447. So that means we actually made a profit. Starting our second month, we're making a profit from then on. And of course, as we fill in over here, that's just going to continue to go up. Now, what's nice about that is that we just find 3. They just find 3. And what's nice about that is since we found our 3, we can help them to find their 3 or answer their questions or be there for them or handle the call or whatever it may be. We can step in because even if we're new, we've already been through what they're now going through. It's pretty simple and pretty easy. And of course, now that we've got those 3, or at least 12 in our system, but 24 all total, we can help build ours more wide. And we can now start signing on merchants, and we can support our ongoing community. And now you see how quickly we can see, we talked about earlier, with 53,000 people in a very short period of time in comparison. So I hope that's helpful, because if you look at what our goals are and what you're doing, make it possible, with this fast track, it makes it more realistic for people to be able to get where they need to more quickly. Some people are older in life. They don't have time to build something from scratch. Some people just want to make it now. Some people are going to want to take the slower way. Other people want to take the fast way, or a combination. There's no right or wrong, just that we have choices and we have options, and you understand them, and the difference it can make. Well, I'm almost done tonight. I do want to share this with you, though. We talked about one person's example earlier. I want to share with you Steve Sunich's personal story. I know some of you know him. He's the person who helped me a lot with MyWorld, and I've seen his support of his people. And by simply duplicating not just the 3 packs per month, but if I just learn to duplicate how Steve helps me, then I can continue to grow it. And it's kind of like, that's why it's so easy. We have such great people in an organization that can help and answer questions. But here's Steve's story, and I hope this will be inviting to you, invigorating to you, and encouraging to you. He says, I was introduced to MyWorld at the end of 2018, and I followed this basic program. So the concept we just went through with a fast start. I grew to career level 5 before I find out I had cancer, and then COVID hit. So he stopped everything and focused 100% of his attention on his health. And those of you that know him know it is a miracle he's here, let alone could take time to even think about anything but survival. But thanks to MyWorld, many of his team kept shopping and saving money, and his team kept slowly growing, even though he was unable at times to do anything at all. Now, in June of 2023, he was contacted by MyWorld leadership and was told they were going to relaunch MyWorld in the US in July. This is just last July. Now, they were going to name Matt Firk as the MyWorld US CEO, which was a fabulous choice. The next 2 slides show what he earned in June of 2023 and then the value of his shares. So let's talk about what he earned first. Here he's just gone through COVID and cancer. If anything can prove to us the concept of residual income, I hope this does. $8,140 was his earnings after coming through that kind of a situation. How exciting is that? Anything would have been phenomenal to have a business you didn't do anything with for a long period of time. But to have it be like this is just, I hope, an inspiration to all of you. But I want to be really careful here because remember, when you and I buy Shopping Point packs, the reason we do that is because we want Shopping Point packs and we want to create income quickly going through the purchase of Shopping Point packs so that we can start to make money and get everybody up and running much more quickly and get our business launched. But ongoing, the secret to making true financial freedom and the kind of money that many of you are wanting and needing to make is shopping points by getting shoppers. And the other one of the other things that could be a huge benefit, of course, is the MSP points. Now, I'm going to be very careful here. Well, I was so careful you can't see what I was just doing. There we go. Because past performance is no guarantee of future performance. And I just said what I'm going to say here next. But what's exciting about this is as you talk with Steve, in his purchasing of his shopping point packs, he was automatically receiving MSP International. And as you know, in the last few weeks, MyWorld International has converted to shares. So as a side benefit bonus for having built his business and using the shopping point packs, his MSP International points converted to shares. And as you can see, the share value on July the 10th was $590 per share. Now, having 91 shares, that's a euro 53, that's US closer to $60,000. And it's not my place to disclose how much he bought of shopping point packs, but just know that is a phenomenal return on shopping point contributions, if you will, for he and his loved ones. So I hope this is an inspiration to each of you to realize that it's not like this is a never ending, we've got to go out and gut it out and work hard for the rest of our life. Have fun with this. Have excitement with it. Make it what it is. It's not hard. Just enjoy it. Share with people. Make it easy, because it is easy. Don't feel burdened if you do. Just relax with it. Have fun. If you're needing things on how to do that, talk to us. Let us address some of those and share secrets with you. On the other hand, do something. Don't just plan on waiting it's going to happen without doing anything. You know, think of ways that you're comfortable with, that you can bring it up around people. I think one of the easiest ways, of course, is take people to dinner and don't say anything about it unless they ask you what you're doing. But then when you're done, make sure they see you scan your scan and go, your receipt through scan and go, and see if they don't bring it up, and see how that's an easy way to start. And then take it from there by using the system and enjoying the benefits thereof. So I appreciate your attendance here tonight. Remind you that I have our Tuesdays and Saturdays business info meetings. Please invite anyone anytime to those. Also, and they end up being right around 36 minutes long every time. That includes the videos, etc. But invite anyone anytime you'd like. If you can't, or if they can't make it, remember you have access to the on-demand ones as well. But there quickly is the information for our Tuesday and Saturday meetings at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. And then also as well, if you don't mind, I thought I would just right over here, I see that Matt is not with us. So don't ask me any hard questions, but if you have any thoughts, anything in general, or something you'd like to talk about in our next meeting, chat for just a second if you would like. Love to hear anything, any thoughts you might have. Good to have you with us. I've looked earlier and I saw we had people from Germany and from Australia and from Canada and all different parts of the United States. And then I've seen people in places in Europe, in Asia. It's been really fun to see who's inviting and who's coming to our meetings and our workshops. So appreciate very much your time tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, and then of course next Thursday for our workshop. And I'll try to have something different and new then to share with you, present to you as well, that'll be helpful to you in your future. Appreciate you. Welcome to the MyWorld Magic.